Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lillian and today I'm getting ready because I reached 10K on TikTok. Thank you all. If you followed me on TikTok, thank you so much for your support. And if you don't already, make sure to follow me on TikTok. I'll link it in the description box down below. But I reached 10K, which is partly because of my graduation party content. I know I said I would vlog. So basically, the day was so hectic. Like, when I tell you I did not have a second to sit down, woke up at like 7 a.m., installed my wig. By the time we got ready, it was like 10 a.m., went to my mom's to pick up stuff, went to the venue to make sure everything was good, went back to the hotel. By the time I got back to the hotel to actually get ready and like style my hair and do my makeup, it was already 3 p.m. and the party was supposed to start at 4. So eventually I got there pretty late. I think we left at like 5:36. Yeah, I know, it's late. But you know, anyways, like Habesha timing, Eritrean timing, black people timing in general, we put 4 p.m. on the invite, so we expected people to be there at 6. So it's called Habesha math or black people math. Yeah, it was just so hectic. Then once I got to the event, because I was obviously late to my own party, we had to kind of straight away go into the food, everyone eating, dancing, cutting the cake, all of that stuff. So once I got to the party, we basically got lit. We got so lit, we had so much fun. It was so great, but I wasn't able to vlog and talk to the camera. I was either eating or dancing or cutting a cake or talking to people. And also the music was obviously very loud, so I couldn't really talk to the camera. And I should have thought of that before, but yeah. So I just have a bunch of clips, a bunch of footage of me like dancing with people, and like I'm holding the camera myself, so in that sense I am vlogging. But yeah, I'll try to put together like a little montage of the party with a lot of clips from my camera, but also from people's phones and stuff like that. So I won't necessarily be talking to the camera, but at least you guys can get a little insight of how the party was. It was amazing. Let me actually do my makeup, like start doing my makeup while I talk, because I'm actually in a rush. I need to be ready in like an hour because, like I said, I'm just rambling.
Shanice,
yeah,
your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Yappa, 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 yappa. Shut it, please.
Like I said, I reached 10K on TikTok, so my cousin just wanted to take me out for dessert to celebrate, which is so sweet of her. She's actually one of the reasons I reached 10K, because I was stuck on like 8K, around 8K for a very long time. I'm not sure why, but then I had all these clips that I took with my phone from my graduation party, and I just started posting them on TikTok, and it performed so well. Like one of the videos with my mom blew up first, and I think it's on like 50K now. So that's actually all right. It's not that, well, it is a lot, but you know, it can be more. Then I posted some other videos, and then I posted a video of my mom and my cousin dancing to Rema's song, Calm Down. And my mom's obviously in her like traditional clothes, whatever, so people loved it. Right now it's on 300K, which is crazy. It's actually crazy. I told my mom, oh my god, you're TikTok famous, you're the reason I reached 10K. And she was like laughing. She was like, oh my god, 300,000 people have seen me. I was like, yes girl, and they love you. By the way, I'm actually using this for the first time. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream, and I know that this is a very much loved product, so let's see if it's actually as good as everyone says. Ooh, it does feel really nice on the skin. Ooh, it's quite rich. As you can see, my skin is literally glowing. Wow. So it's quite rich. I hope it works well with my oily skin though, with my combination skin. By the way, if I sound a little bit weird, I'm ill. Like, I've been ill for the past 3 weeks. Literally since my graduation party, and half of my family got ill. So I low-key think we all got COVID, because some of us did get tested and got tested positive. But I only found out like after like 2 weeks that I was ill, so I didn't really bother testing anymore because I knew it would come out negative. Anyway, so I just wanted to sit down and kind of catch up with you guys, because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done like a little sit down, catch up, get ready with me type of video. I am gonna use my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer on top of this. My skin is breaking out because I had my period last week. My skin is doing really well though. Honestly, I only get breakouts when I'm on my period, so that is a lot of progress. And I will probably do an updated skincare routine because I have changed a few of the products that I was using. So I don't know if it's consciously or unconsciously, but I'm using a lot more Korean skincare and I'm loving it. It's really helping my skin. And I've noticed that with Korean skincare products, it's focused a lot more on like restoring the skin and the skin barrier, whereas I've noticed that like the Western skincare products are focused a lot more on exfoliation and all of that stuff, which is great too. But I think a lot of times when people struggle with acne or breakouts, we straight away go to exfoliating treatments, but using more restoring skincare products and hydrating skincare products has helped me a lot in improving my skin. So I would definitely recommend you all to look into that, but I'll do an updated skincare routine as well. Anyways, as I was saying, I just wanted to do like a quick catch up with you guys. I did ask on Instagram if anyone wanted to ask me questions. I did get a few, so I'll answer those as well. I'm just setting my face with some powder before I actually do my makeup because I can tell that this Charlotte Tilbury cream is very rich. So I don't want my skin to be super oily. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I look crazy right now, so let me work quick. But yeah, my graduation party was definitely a success. Like, I really enjoyed my time. And one thing about me, if I'm enjoying myself, I don't think about picking up my camera enough, which is bad because I tell myself I'm gonna vlog, and then as soon as I'm like in the moments enjoying myself with my friends or with my family, I just forget about vlogging. And the thing about vlogging is you need to actually step out of the moment and take a few minutes to go to a quiet place and talk to the camera, which I'm not complaining about because I chose to vlog, but I just struggle when I'm enjoying myself or when I'm like in a situation like that where it's my own party. It's really hard to vlog. That being said, a lot of people were grabbing my camera and vlogging themselves, so it ended up being like really cute, like really fun footage. So I'll definitely try to edit it into a fun little video for you guys to watch. Okay, this brow is definitely looking better than that one, but it's okay because we are going to carve it out with concealer anyways. On the other hand, I'm so glad that this party is over. As much as I enjoyed it so much, like it literally was so great. Got to spend time, like quality time with my cousins. We bonded, and you know, having a big family that's kind of like spread all over Europe means that some of the cousins you've never really met. So it was really nice that majority of the cousins came through and kind of met each other for the first time, and yeah, we just had loads of fun. Anyways, if you cannot wait for the graduation video, make sure to head over to my TikTok because there is lots and lots of grad content on there, and I will keep posting little clips on my TikTok because everyone seems to love it. TikTok seems to love it, so I'll definitely post more clips. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the brows, but we're just gonna have to make it work. So I have a few new products that I want to try, with that Charlotte Tilbury cream being the first. I also have these e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Foundations, which are supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter Foundations. I've actually already used these and love them. And then I also have these Made by Mitchell blushes, liquid blushes, that I really want to try out today. I use shade 5 and shade 6. Just because shade 6 is a little bit too dark for me on its own. I can get away with it when I have like a summer tan, but right now I definitely have to mix these. And I kind of apply this a little bit like concealer, the lighter shade. And I love the applicator because it's so big. I don't even think they call this a foundation. They call this a glow booster for radiant skin. Like, it's really, really sheer, which I don't mind. I kind of like it on days like this, for example, where I'm just going out with my cousin. I just want to do like a quick makeup look. It's perfect for those type of days. But to be fair, the other day I actually wore it to the club because I feel like some clubs are very hot. So when you're dancing and sweating and you're wearing like a full face of full coverage foundation and makeup, no matter how much powder you use, I find that on my upper lip where I sweat the most and where I kind of like touch up the most, that's where my makeup kind of breaks up. So the other day I used this instead, and I didn't apply any makeup to my upper lip. So I just blended out my skin and then used whatever was left over on my beauty blender or my brush to do my upper lip, and that really helps. Another thing that helps is applying setting spray in between your steps. I always say this, especially in between your cream steps, so your foundation, your concealer, your contour, your blush, and also after your powder. My skin is very textured right now. Wow. I think when you apply foundation, it just kind of shows you how textured your skin is. I'm going to apply a little bit to my neck. So I actually have a cream blush from Refi, but every time I forget to apply my blush at this step. So I'm going to use the shade Where's the SPF, and these blushes are quite pigmented, so you want to be careful. But this is like a gorgeous red, like it's a very bright red and a slight orange tint to it. Just gonna apply that there, and I think I'm just gonna use my finger. Yeah, I definitely used a little bit too much, but I love the formula. It's very easy to blend. Okay, I'm going to blend out the rest with a brush. I like to bring it up a little bit to my temples. As you can see, it's very bright right now, but trust me, once I finish, it's gonna look so nice. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, the matte finish in the shade Deep Caramel. Again, spray my face with setting spray. Okay, so let me answer a few questions while I blend this out. So one of the questions I got asked is, how do you stay motivated? This is something that I actually really struggle with, and I think this year I've really been struggling with it a lot. This year as well as last year, but I feel like last year I wasn't really trying to do anything about it. But this year I actually really struggled with finding motivation, because I don't know why actually. I don't know what the reason is, but I struggle a lot with it because this year I'm actually trying to stay motivated. Last year I kind of just accepted the fact that I couldn't really stay motivated. I was also working and doing a master's full-time, and I was in kind of like a bad situation. So I kind of was okay with the fact that I wasn't feeling very motivated. But now I'm working full-time, and that's it. Like I don't go to uni anymore. So really I should be spending my weekends and my evenings creating content. But I just feel so demotivated and like lacking discipline, I guess. I did find out that I had a very bad iron deficiency, so that could explain why I was feeling so lazy and so tired all the time. I'm going to add a small dot of this e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the satin finish in the shade Medium Warm, just because this is very light, and last time I used this I made a big mistake of using way too much, and my under eye was way too bright, so I'm only using a tiny bit right now. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I really struggled this year to stay motivated, which is exactly why I'm struggling to even stay consistent on YouTube. But I'm really trying to push myself to do better. And I can tell as well that I really have like my phases of like a burst of energy and motivation. This week, this is my second video I filmed this week, whereas I haven't filmed, to be honest, I've been ill for the past 3 weeks, so I really shouldn't be as hard on myself. And that's actually one piece of advice I want to give you guys. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. And it's actually a piece of advice that I need to give myself too. I am so hard on myself for like, why am I not motivated? Why am I not doing anything with my time? Why am I not doing anything on my evenings, weekdays? When I've just worked a whole 9 to 5, and my job can be very stressful because I work for a non-profit volunteer organization, and me and my boss are the only 2 paid positions. So we basically carry that whole organization, which can be very demanding sometimes. So a lot of times after work, I'm just drained. Like I just want to chill, cook dinner, watch like a Netflix or YouTube or whatever it is, catch up with my family, and that is okay. Like I don't need to be hard on myself for not dedicating my 5 to 9, like some people call it, to my YouTube or to my business or anything like that. I mean, if you have the energy for it, great, but if not, that's okay too. By the way, I am using a mix of the Fenty Beauty setting powder in honey and the Morphe setting powder in translucent. I do want to say though, motivation and discipline are two different things. Like, motivation is more of a feeling. So if you're lacking motivation, what can you do? Watch videos of, like in my case, let me say what I do. So I watch videos of YouTubers that I look up to, seeing them create content, seeing them achieve great things. That really motivates me because it kind of shows me that, like, hey, if you're consistent, if you're disciplined, this is what you could be, you know? So whatever it is that you're struggling to stay motivated with, look at your role models, look at what they're doing, what they're achieving, and get inspired from that. But it also can motivate you in terms of their achievements, because it makes your goals a lot more realistic. And then the other thing, which is discipline, and that is not a feeling. Discipline is an action, I guess you could say. You just have to do it. You just have to get over your feelings and just do it. And set a routine in place. I think routines really help. No matter how small it is, discipline is not just like these big goals. Discipline is also as simple as skincare. It's as simple as brushing your teeth. It's a daily habit. And if you want to stay disciplined with, let's say, the gym, for example, you need to make it a daily habit. Just as brushing your teeth is a daily habit, you need to make going to the gym a habit. There's actually one book that I really recommend if you're struggling with discipline and motivation. I would definitely recommend you read Atomic Habits. I'm actually going to reread it because I just feel like it has so many amazing tips and pieces of advice that can really help you, and very practical tips, because I really struggle to put like all these self-help books into practice sometimes, but this one gives really practical tips. I am going to bronze my face using my Hoola Toasted Bronzer from Benefit. See, I definitely could have gone more with my blush and I also could have placed it a little bit higher because I can see that it's a little low, but that's okay because I'm gonna go over it with powder blush anyways. I feel like with some brushes, some makeup brushes, when they're clean, they just don't work as good as when they've been used a few times. Like, bronzer is one of them. I feel like my bronzer blush works better when it's not squeaky clean. So I've just cleaned these brushes with ISO Clean. So they're very soft and like clean, I guess, right now, which is great for my skin. But I just feel like with bronzer brushes, I can get better use of them when they already have a little bit of product. It's like baby hair brushes, like edge brushes, edge control brushes, whatever it's called. I feel like they work better when they've been used for a little bit. I'm going to use my MAC blush in the shade Pinch Me. Anyways, I think to answer that question, how do you stay motivated? Set a routine in place, create daily habits that will help you to get closer to your goal, and read Atomic Habits. That's definitely gonna help you. Vision boards, making sure that your goals are in front of your face every day, like you can't avoid them. I think that helps as well, which is what I really want to do. Like, I want to put some things on my walls, for example, like a whiteboard or something that makes me look at my goals every day. Another question I got asked is, when was the last time you cried? Which is actually quite funny, because the last time I cried was literally at my graduation party. Like, tears of joy. It was tears of joy, but it was so emotional. And I actually posted that clip on TikTok, so make sure you watch it on TikTok. Me, my mom, and my dad were on the stage. They were like giving a little speech to the audience to say thank you for coming, whatever. And I don't know if that's a thing at everyone's parties, but at Eritrean parties, the family usually gives a speech. If it's a graduation party, a wedding, whatever, someone's giving a speech. They love a good speech. So my mom gifted me something, but before she did, she had a little speech. And she was saying, like, my sister, like, this party's not just for me, but also for my sister, because this time last year she had a brain surgery. And so she was just saying, like, how grateful she is that, you know, my sister made it out from that brain surgery, and that she is here with us today, and like she's able to party with us and all that stuff. And so from that, everyone was already emotional. Everyone was already like in tears, because it's like, look at how far we came from where we were last year. in terms of my sister and her health. And then she turns to me and she's like, you know, like my sister, she got 2 gifts from both my grandmothers. They passed down a ring to her, both of them, and they've passed away. So my dad's mom passed away like years ago, I think 2008 or something. But my mom's mom passed away only a few years ago, 2018. And that one hit really hard for me because it was like the first major loss in my adult years. My grandma was really like the glue that kept the family together. Like everyone loved her, everyone was obsessed with her. She was just amazing. And so I used to always say to my mom, like, how come like both of them, they've passed down something to my sister but not to me? Obviously culture is like the oldest daughter gets it, or the oldest child. And my sister being the oldest, she would get those. Yeah, so my mom was telling everyone like, yeah, her sister got gifts passed down from both of her grandmothers, and Lily used to always say like, why didn't I get anything? And my mom used to always tell me, there's something that you're gonna get one day. On a special day, I'll give it to you. I've kept it for you and you'll get it on a special day. And I always used to think she's lying because I just thought she's just saying that to make me feel better. I'll be honest. That's what I thought. But she was like, and since today is your graduation, which is like the most special day because, and we were talking about this before as well, like I had quite a big party for my graduation. Like all the family flew in from all different countries. My uncle kept joking and saying like, oh, you should turn it into an engagement party or a wedding, whatever. I was like, get me a husband then, and then I'll turn it into an engagement party. But my aunties and my mom, they would all just be like, no, and like, you know, this should be bigger than a wedding. If anything, like you've graduated, you've finished 2 degrees, like your bachelor's and your master's, like this is a huge accomplishment. Like this is bigger than a wedding. This is something that you actually did yourself, you know. It's a great personal achievement. My mom was like, in a speech, she was like, you know, this is such a special occasion, so today's the day I want to give you this gift. And she handed me the gift and she was like, this is from your grandma. As soon as she said from your grandma, actually as soon as she started the story, I already knew where it was heading. But I couldn't believe it. I wasn't processing it. And then she was like, this is from your grandma. I broke down. Like I was in tears, bawling my eyes out in front of everyone. I wasn't even embarrassed, to be honest. I'll be really honest. Like I wasn't embarrassed because it hit close to home. It was very personal to me. Everyone else in the venue was like very emotional already from the whole speech, and most of the people knew my grandma as well, or they've met her, or they've heard of her. And when she passed away, all these people were the ones that were supporting my mom through the process of like grieving and stuff. So everyone was emotional, everyone was in tears, everyone was crying. It was a lot. There was a lot going on. And then I received like a golden necklace. I don't have it on me right now, but yeah, I got a golden necklace and it's so beautiful, and I'm so happy that I got that. But yeah, that's basically the last time I cried. It was tears of joy. Well, I was also sad because, you know, my grandma wasn't there, and I would have loved for her to see me like achieve this, and I would have just loved for her to be there, and I would have loved for her to see like our family coming together and still like, you know, reuniting and still like bonding and stuff. But you know, she obviously passed away, so I think it was a mix of tears of joy but also tears of sadness, of course, that my grandma passed away and that we all miss her so much. But yeah, that's the last time I cried. Let me do this eyeliner real quick. Eyeliner's done. I'm gonna do my lashes quickly off camera, but okay, so someone else asked, when are you planning to go back home, and would you get your nose pierced? Those are 2 very different questions. Let me answer the second one very quick. Would I get my nose pierced? No. I don't know if it would even suit me. I don't think it will, but I also don't really feel the need to do that. So I have 2 piercings here. I had a 3rd one in my earlobe, but that one just wouldn't heal. Like it just wouldn't heal. And usually your earlobes heal within like 4 to 6 weeks. This one, it wouldn't heal for like a whole year and a half or something. So eventually I just took it out. I have 1 helix, and I used to have this tragus, which also wouldn't heal after like more than 2 years. So I took that one out as well. And now I'm just like, you know what? Maybe piercings just aren't for me. So I just have 2 on each earlobe and 1 helix. And that's really it. And the other one, when are you planning to go back home? That's actually a good question. I am planning to go back home next year. If you mean Eritrea by home, by the way, I'm planning to go to Eritrea next year. I'm really excited because I have not been back home since 2019, before COVID. Since the vlog that you guys blew up in 2019, that's the last time I went to Eritrea. So I'm really excited to go next year. I haven't booked it yet, but I'm really planning to go next year, next summer. And obviously I will vlog as well. Another question I got is, 20 years from now, where do you picture yourself at? That is a very good question that I actually cannot answer. Well, 20 years from now, I'll be 45 almost. So I picture myself with kids, with a husband, with a house, maybe even a dog. But yeah, I just hope to be happy, stable, financially stable, emotionally stable in every area of my life. Oh, I really had to wipe my lips. Okay, I'm gonna do my lashes off camera and then I'm gonna come back to finish this off. Okay, lashes are on. I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to use my favorite lip pencil that I just cannot find in any stores. It's always sold out in every Boots that I go to, but this is the Sleek Precise Lip Liner in the shade Just Say Nothing. And it's just such a nice brown shade, but more so the formula as well. I really love the formula of this lip liner. Also, recently I've really been loving a red lip, but I'm not gonna do that today just because I'm more on a casual vibe today. But yeah, if you want to see how I do my red lip, I uploaded a TikTok and an Instagram reel on how I create the perfect red lip. I'm going to use my NYX Soft Matte lipstick in the shade London. This just creates like a beautiful nude lip. And then I'm going over it with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. I actually don't think I've ever used this gloss. I'm going to use a little bit of this Made by Mitchell blush in the shade Penny from Heaven, which is like a liquid highlighter, just because I don't really have highlighter right now because all of mine are literally broken. So I'm just gonna apply this to my inner corner. Oh wow, this is gorgeous, and it actually applies really nicely with a brush despite it being like liquid. My cheekbone, maybe I should use my finger for this actually. There we go. I'm really not big on highlighter anymore. Like, I don't even really use it on my day-to-day, but ooh, this one is really nice. I really like it. It's very subtle. Last but not least, a final spray. And there we have it, the final look. I need to get ready now. I need to get changed. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this little catch up. It was so nice to kind of catch you guys up on what's been happening the past few weeks, because it's been very hectic. I didn't even catch you guys up about everything, so we'll leave that for the next Get Ready With Me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys like the look. Make sure to tag me if you ever recreate any of my looks. Make sure to tag me. Or if any of my makeup tips or techniques were helpful to you, please let me know, because I just love to hear that something is working for you that I recommended. But yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lillian Tech Guy. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.